Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. This is NYLE LYNN. I have no makeup on because this is a camera ready skincare prep video. So if you're having a lot of self tapes, and as you can see I have my script here, I can't show it to you because it's has that confidential watermark on it. You're gonna want your highlighter and your script and some skincare treatments. So when you're about to go on camera, if you're really tired or you want to hydrate your skin, you want to make your skin look the greatest you can on camera, you're going to need to do a couple things while you're learning your lines to make your skin look great, so that then when you go put your makeup on and do your hair, your skin already looks good. Now, this is not an essential step. Obviously, the most important thing is to do the acting, but it's just a step that I enjoy doing. Sometimes I use a sheet mask. Today, I'm going to use SIO Beauty, okay? So this is my first time using this, and this is a reusable wrinkle smoothing patch, and you put it on your face, and this is what it looks like in the package. And it's for brow, eye, smile, and neck. So I have cleaned off my entire face. I don't have any makeup on, as you can see, and I used these wipes to clean it off. I just went over, you know, of course I washed it this morning, but I just went over again, just in case, you know, you went out to walk the dog and your face might have gotten a little dirty, especially if you live in New York City like me. So I just go over it again to make sure my face is completely clean. All right, now this is my first time using these, so I don't know exactly, I'm gonna put my hair back. I don't know exactly where they go, but I think they go on my neck too, so just gonna pull my hair back. All right, so this big one goes on your neck. Okay, you don't put any moisturizer on? All right, so I'm guessing, oh, here's a thing here too. Does this come off? I think this comes off too. I'm guessing the sticky side goes on me. That's what would make sense to me. I don't have really too many necklines, but it's never too early to do preventative. Not when your whole career is about being on camera. Okay, that's on my neck. That feels kind of nice. Sort of like a scarf. Okay. These are eye patches. Now I have something similar to this. I have like cooling eye patches in the fridge. They're called party eyes. Okay. So this one peels this way. Oh, I guess you save because these are reusable, so maybe you save those. Oh no, okay, they've made this to stick it back on, so you don't have to keep the little tape. Sometimes, you know, my eye makeup my mascara doesn't always come off, and then it falls down. Okay. Okay, let's see how it does. I should have taken a before picture. It's okay, I have lots of pictures of myself. This is my before video, so we'll do an after video. I'm probably gonna keep it on for a long time because I have lines to learn, so. Okay, And then this forehead one, and you guys know I have a very wrinkly forehead, so, and I also, I tend to like hold my tension there and squint a lot because I'm a glasses wearer, as you saw. All right, this is the forehead one. It's nice they leave a little separate tab, so when you pull that off, it just doesn't fall. You hold that tab, so that was smart that they do that. I'm gonna make sure that gets in my angry 11. That's what us gals call that wrinkle, because it makes you look angry even when you're not. Okay, all right. Now, little actor prep. What do you need to memorize your lines? Okay, now that we have this on, and I look crazy, I'm gonna put my glasses back on. This is nice that you can wear your glasses with this. This actually, okay, my first impression of this is that so far physically, I'm liking this better than a sheet mask, because a sheet mask, a lot of times when I'm working on stuff, I feel like the sheet mask is gonna slide off if I sit up, so I need to like lean back. And I can actually walk around without this falling off my face. So that's a good first thing. Okay, so lines, this is how I do it. So I do, you know, highlight, and I have my pencil for marking up my script, writing notes to myself, making beats, all that kind of stuff. I do it in pencil because a lot of times I want to erase, you know, if I have a pencil. And ideally it's a pencil. And then I use a note card and I go line by line. So I'm not going to use this script because it has the confidential, you know, do not distribute watermark on it. So let me just grab a simple script for you that everybody knows. Puck from A Midsummer Night's Dream. The computer highlighted it like this in blue. I prefer it highlighted in yellow. So the way I memorize lines is I do line by line, right? So you do the first line, you read it, and then you cover it up, and then you read it, cover it up, try to say it to yourself, then read it again, cover it up, try to say it to yourself. So it's like this. All right, I'm going to read it. My mistress with the monster is in love. 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 I think I have that line, the first line. Sometimes easy, sometimes not. Okay, I'm going to add the next line. So now I'm reading two of them, and then I'm going to read them out loud. I'm going to cover them up, and then see if I know it, and check, and read them again. And then I'm going to do that going down, adding an extra line, adding another line, adding another line. When I get to the bottom, I know the whole monologue. So, my mistress with the monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower. My mistress with the monster is in love, near to her... Okay, I don't know it yet. My mistress with the monster is in love, near to her close and consecrated bower. My mistress with the monster is in love, near to her close and... Okay, so I would get to that point and I would think, why am I not getting that word? Maybe because I don't know what it means. So then I would look it up and write the definition in my pencil right beside it. Now I do know what it means. I know this monologue. I'm using this as an example for you guys. I know this whole monologue. So, but it's a good example of something that has a word that we don't all know. A lot of times I get copy for procedurals where it's legal language or medical language, because I play a lot of those roles. And one of the first things I do while I'm memorizing my lines is look up those words. Now, if you're from the theater, you wouldn't start memorizing while you were looking up. You would read it and do all the looking up and researching, probably not while you're completely memorizing yet. But in film and television, you get these scripts last minute, and most of the time, and the majority of the time, you get them very last minute. So I sort of compact the whole process of everything that I've learned from being on the stage so many times and being in so many theatrical productions, including Shakespeare, except I have not played Puck yet, but I want to play Puck. I will be a great mischievous Puck. Cast me in Puck. If you're doing a show, or if you're doing, you know, a video, because I would love to play Puck. So the thing is that any word that you don't know, go look up. So for instance, when I get a medical drama script, or like, let's say I'm playing the medical examiner, one of the things I do is I spend the evening looking up all of the medical dialogue, what everything means, and I write it on my script, and I watch videos about the medical procedures so that when I'm talking about it, I know what it means. And I do the same thing if I have a legal drama. So that's a really good example, is that Shakespeare is very similar to procedurals in that sense of prep, because Shakespeare has so many words in it that the average person doesn't know. I mean, there's words in here that I would never know. So, you know, I mean, and I have a pretty good vocabulary. But, you know, I've studied Shakespeare, but I'm not a linguist who's got this gigantic vocabulary. So actually your Shakespeare training is very helpful for procedurals because it has taught you to look up everything. And in contemporary plays, a lot of times we do know what we're talking about, so we don't get in the habit of doing the research. But if you're a Shakespeare trained actress like me, you've gotten in the habit of doing the research, and then when you get a script that's contemporary but has a lot of language in it that is not just understandable right off the page, you're in the habit of researching it all. So it's a really good thing to have that foundation of researching. So I'm going to go work on my script. I have my coffee. I have my water, which is over there on my table, and it will take me a while to memorize my lines. Then after I memorize them, because that's my first thing in film and television. In theater, you have time, you have like, you know, weeks of rehearsal, and then they'll give you a date where you have to be off book. That's not the case for film and television. On camera auditions, as well as self-tapes, you have to memorize right away, try to be as off book as possible. Yes, you can hold the script, and another little tip is you should not staple your script if you're doing it, because look, if I had it stapled, I would open it this way. It makes so much noise, right? So don't staple it, so that you can have it down here if you need to, and just out of frame, go like that. It's much quieter. Now the other trick you can do, now I personally think you should just get off book, right? Memorize it, get off book, and I'll do more tip videos on how to do that. There's all kinds of ways to memorize lines. This is just one way. But you can also, because you're filming on your self-tape, if you have to learn a line and you don't have any time, you can clip it there, and then that way you can see it. So it's right here, it's behind the cell phone, you can see it. So it's put it in your eye line and you can see it. It's a little cheat. Do not do that unless like you have 5 self-tapes in a day and you can't get that one line and you need that one line, and you can put it right behind your camera. But that's not, you know, learning the lines is not the acting. Acting is not about lines. Acting is about life. And so memorizing lines is just your first prep step. Kind of like this. It's like I'm prepping my skin and I'm prepping my brain by learning the lines. Then you do all the acting work, because the lines are the bare minimum of the acting work, right? Acting is not about lines, it's about life. The actor's job is to bring the life to the lines, and the Sanford Meisner definition of acting is living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. And so the actor's job is to bring the truth to the imaginary circumstances. So acting isn't about lying. Acting isn't about being false. Acting is about bringing the truth to the imaginary circumstances. The imaginary circumstances are given to us actors by the writer, but our job is to bring life and truth to those lines. Thanks for tuning in. This is NYLE LYNN. I coach acting in New York City, and I also coach acting online. So if you would like to sign up for an online coaching session with me, my link is below. And of course, if you're a fellow actress, I'll have lots of beauty tips for you too about being on camera, because that's my little fun hobby on the side. Have a great day. I appreciate you watching.